Namaste, I'm Dhruvika, design team member at Craft Angles. Today I'm creating cards for bulk produce, especially for New Year's. To add a little spark and glitter onto the cards, I'm going to use the Craft Angles mica powders, Craft Angles fireworks die, and celebrating Diwali stamp set for the sentiments. And I'm also going to use the black cardstock majorly because it actually reflects the beautiful colors of these mica powders. So for my first card, I've taken a panel of black cardstock by Craft Angles and cut it in 4 1/4 and 5.5 inches. This is how the die looks after we cut it. So in another panel, which is approximately the size of the blank that I've cut, I'm going to color it using the mica powder in the color bronze. So I'm directly going to brush it over with the help of some water and let it dry for some time. So if you see, it becomes a beautiful shiny surface and gives a very festive look. So this is how it looks after I've die cut. Now it is time when I paste this panel behind the window that I've created onto my black cardstock. I'll just remove some stray marks of the mica powder and it'll easily go. Now it is time to stamp a beautiful sentiment from these stamp sets celebrating Diwali, which I'm going to heat emboss in white embossing powder onto the same black cardstock by Craft Angles. After I've heat set it, I've just trimmed it so that it sets into the right place that I have under the panel. I'm just pasting it using the 3D foam tape. So this is how my card looks. I am just pasting this panel onto another top folding note card. For my second card today, I'll be using both the dies together. And so this is how it looks. I've die cut it from the Craft Angles pink cardstock, and this is another panel which measures 4 1/4 and 5.5 inches, and I'll be trimming it off at the same edge. Now that I've stuck it onto my base, I'm going to add some silver glitter paper because I think I really love some glitter and sparks, especially when it is New Year's and some fireworks happening. So this is the same way I am making my sentiments here ready, heat embossing in white embossing powder, and I'll stick it using the 3D foam tape. After my card was ready, I realized that it was a little dim, so I painted the whole panel with the mica powders, and this shade is called the jade and it's a beautiful green. So it creates a little contrast of pink and green onto the whole panel, and this is how my card looks. For my last card today, I'm using a panel which measures 4 1/4 and 5.5 inches from the Craft Angles charcoal cardstock, and I'm using the same die from the Craft Angles fireworks and the same sentiments that I've been using. Now I'm coloring the panel which I die cut from the Craft Angles white dual textured cardstock using the mica powders in the shade amethyst. Once it is ready, I've die cut it. Now I'm sticking these two panels of the sentiments and the mica powders onto the black panel. Once it is ready, I decorate it with the Nuvo drops in the color yellow and then add slim lines from the silver glitter cardstock. So this really adds the pop against the black. I hope you liked my cards today and you shall be mass producing.